Cool. Soroche, altitude sickness. You read about it in your guidebooks, you read about it in blogs, you read about it online, and it freaks you out, right? Let's be honest. You go, altitude sickness, what the heck is that? And you go, no, man, I'm in shape, I run a lot. And then you realize when you look a bit further, it doesn't actually matter if you're young or old. It doesn't matter if you're in shape or, a bit round around the edges. The idea behind this is pretty straightforward. Altitude sickness can affect anyone. So you want to take some precautions. There's no foolproof way to really prevent it. You can take certain medicine before coming down. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I don't recommend it because I've seen people who do it and it doesn't necessarily help a ton. And a lot of people most folks just acclimatize on their own. So what do I recommend? First, arrive in Cusco with nothing in your stomach. And that means have light, if any, breakfast at all, and at least 3 hours before. You want all the digestion done before you arrive at altitude. Because when you get to altitude, digestion is just really going to slow you down, make you lethargic. It might give you a stomach ache. Headaches, that's normal, right? And so you use whatever you'd normally use for a headache. That's aspirin, ibuprofen, Tylenol. Tylenol here goes by paracetamol, which is pretty straightforward. That's exactly what it is. Or acetaminophen, you can just call it that and put in a Spanish accent. I'll know what you're talking about. Ibuprofen is Advil. That's pretty straightforward. And these are all really, really good. I quite like Tylenol, but they're all going to work well. The idea is if you do take any of these, then after about an hour or two, you can start to eat, right? One of my favorite things to do is just have a soup when I get here. It's easy to digest, it's full of nutrients, and it'll help you get through it, right? So that's what you do if you get to Cusco first thing in the morning. If you have trouble sleeping at night, and if you're having trouble breathing before you do have to go to bed, you know what? Have a little bit of tea. You can use coca tea, but it doesn't have to be coca tea. The second thing that you can do is chocolate. Chocolate helps you adjust to altitude. It's a quick little pick-me-up. But let's just say the middle of the night you can't sleep. Well, there's a simple trick, right? One, basically just call your hotel, ask for a couple extra pillows, prop your head up, and when you sleep a bit more propped up in a way, that's actually going to help you a lot to breathe easier at night. A lot of people have a lot of real problems sleeping at night. Just sleep kind of in a chair and, it actually works. Your back hurts the next day, but everyone in the city tries to sell you massages anyway, so don't worry too much about that.